Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having a fantastic day. Let's get right back to it. So, last time we were here, we picked up the wand, which is necessary to continue on the Lich Mystical Path. And I think we've thoroughly explored this cave. Yep. Looks like it. What's over there? Right, okay. Nothing over there. Yeah, we're good. Let's get out of here then. Continue on. Oh, wait. Pick up that from Garco. Yeah, and the rest of these can leave there. Alright, now, can we recruit yet? No. So we might as well continue on our way. Hideout. How do I get to this underground hideout? Guess we are going into the war cap then. It's an honor, sir. Okay. We've only been going a short amount of time, so shouldn't need to really sell anything. I can come back to that later. Oh, that's right. I had to use a bunch of my spells going through that area anyway.
Without a doubt.
So good to have those refreshed. Do 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 do. Do no 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 no. Do 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 do. Okay. Underground hideout. Inconspicuous camp. Oh, that's level 1. That's 3. That's 3. This is level 1. Maybe. Deal with it without too much fuss. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, row, row, row. Well, you're on the way back there, so I guess we'll deal with you. Pew! Pew, pew! And oh my god, only option I got is defense for this guy. Excellent. Boom. Boom. Excellent. That's done. And finally. And no losses. I'll take it. And treasure found. Excellent. Hey, we got to level up. And I want more morale, so that I can get those random double turns, which are so nice. Alright. Back here. Alright, this guy. I do not understand what's going on with this guy. But I am certainly intrigued to find out. Crinukh. A middle-aged kobold sitting by a small campfire greets you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, he behaves highly unrepresentative of his species. His clothes look quite unusual too. Not many kobolds opt for human clothing, nor do they adorn their things with spikes or scaly designs. Greetings, my name is Crinukh. I'm all alone here, so you may safely come closer. He speaks adeptly, without usual kobold hissing. Moving slightly aside, the kobold points to the carcass of a small animal on a stick, which is roasting on the fire. Dinner will be ready soon. Who are you? As I've already mentioned, my name is Crinukh, at your service. Your counterpart offers a short bow. The gesture is quite an unusual sight for his kin. As a rule, kobolds do not express their respect to those who are not dragons. I am a traveler and a friend to the crusade. I can be your friend too, if you are tolerant to kobolds. Crinukh utters this sophisticated word with ease, as if he weren't from a notoriously narrow-minded, bloodthirsty, savage underground species. Not many kobolds, infamous for their worshipping dragons and despising other races, likely even understand the concept of tolerance, let alone subscribe to it. Wait, what did you just say? Tolerant? Are you sure you're a kobold? Ah, so you saw through my disguise. Crinukh tried to mislead you with sweet words and then ambush you. The kobold utters a loud hiss that morphs into an amused chuckle. Of course, I'm a kobold. Trust me, you are not the first to feel surprised after hearing the way I speak, then realizing I'm not going to rob or kill you. I'm lucky. The representatives of other races must read a lot of books, refine their manners, have some idea about classical theater, and bathe in perfume to be considered intellectuals or nice company. In my case, it's enough that I won't lunge at you brandishing a spear and won't hiss with every second word. Was it you who left me that note? Kobold shrugs. Of course. Who else could it be? I want to make sure that you were interested in the information I could provide. Nod at the bonfire. What are you cooking? Judging by its ears and rear legs, it's a hare. The kobold casts a dubious glance at the animal's mouth, which features a set of huge teeth. Or maybe it's a tiger. Depends on your point of view, I suppose. What do you want from me? I want nothing from you. I'm asking for nothing and simply offering help. I sympathize with your cause, so I would like to provide whatever support I can, from time to time. Does that work for you? The kobold stops and looks at you expectantly. How exactly can you help me? With advice, mostly. Throughout my life, I've seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable. Don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor's a kobold, the merits are not quite obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has quite a vast knowledge on a variety of matters that you may find useful someday. After some thought, he nods towards the campfire. One more thing I have to offer is this hare, after it's cooked. How do you know so much about demons? Crinukh gives you a long and heavy look. I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, I stopped eating meat for several years. What's the catch? No catch. I act completely out of altruistic reasons, but my motives are something I would rather not reveal. Crinukh turns his face to you and his wrinkles become more visible in the glow of the fire. We just met 5 minutes ago. Don't you think it's too early to expect my full openness just yet? As I have already told, I am a friend of the crusade. You could choose to trust me, or you can leave. I offer help and ask for nothing in return, so the question is quite simple. Will you accept a paw of friendship from a stranger, or is your distrust stronger than your need for help? Thank you. We would appreciate your any help. Crinukh nods agreeably. Then we have a deal. You won't regret your choice. Just drop by my camp every now and then so we can have a word. Perhaps I'd be able to offer some useful tips. Pulling out a small knife, the traveler carefully cuts off 2 strips of meat from the roasted air. He throws one into his toothy mouth, while graciously offering the other to you. A strange animal for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the world will mask everything in illusion. Harmless-looking animals try to eat you for dinner. Dangerous paths appear to be straight roads, and your enemies, sometimes your enemies can look like your friends. Crinukh squints and looks deeply into your eyes. Have you ever been in a situation like this? First, you think a person is your friend and ally, but then the scales fall from your eyes and you realize they are actually your sworn enemy. So, you catch this person, you tie them up, and then you start thinking, how should you treat them now? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turns out to be a traitor? Torture for days to make it beg for mercy, or I try to figure out what exactly can make him spill the truth about his real masters, then give him that. Yeah, that sounds closer. Chaotic. Kobold grins. What if you have to threaten him with the death of his family? Or if you have to grant mercy to a real villain? You don't have to answer, you're not ready. I can see it in your eyes. And that is correct. If you catch a villain, don't rush to put a noose around their neck. First, learn everything they have to tell. As for the principles and morality, you better stuff them deep down your back pocket and don't shake them in others' faces without a reason. I liked your answer. You obviously think with your head rather than parroting the instructions of others. Then again, if we're discussing traitors, it's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the back even more often. The rumor is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden, filled with arms and supplies that were stolen from Descarites from Baphometus, and vice versa. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while another one rests by the entrance to the citadel. Where did you learn that? Gossip, hearsay. The world is an ocean of chatter, and I am quite a skilled fisherman. Well, this is certainly highly valuable information. I wouldn't have delayed you for nothing. Cracking his knuckles, Crinukh gives you an inquisitive look. I hope that when the time comes for you to make real decisions instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom won't fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen something like that. Moreover, I lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster caused by one bad choice. Can you even imagine? The kobold squints sadly, his shoulders slumping a bit. With a sigh, he begins to talk. I don't like telling this story, but it might be useful for you to know it. Perhaps it will serve as a warning. Will you tell me? Crinukh clears his throat and starts talking in a sonorous voice that reveals his experience as a bard. I was born into the mighty and proud tribe of the Night Ruby. Our caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And, of course, we had plenty of slaves. The Night Ruby was a model of kobold success. It was a tightly knit, greedy, and aggressive tribe that even intimidated a couple of nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlying our power. Once, long ago, our leader of our tribe signed a pact with devils, promising them the soul of every tribe member in exchange for their help and prosperity. Since then, every new All-Watcher had to sign onto the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader, Ermac, came to power. She was a principled and proud elder who didn't want to bend the knee to hell, so she refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of curses struck our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbors, who were prodded by devils. Epidemics broke out. Then our slaves rebelled. They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted and chased us down the caves and mine shafts, level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw was the darkness around us, and lurking in this darkness were bloodthirsty and dangerous predators. After raising his voice dramatically, Crinukh suddenly stops. Then he adds with a teasing smile, I guess this moment is enough of a cliffhanger to stop here. I've got suspicions regarding you. Here we go. You come as a friend and they just trust you right away. So, what exactly set off your alarm? Your words are full of mysterious omissions. What can I say? I'm a controversial and secretive person, prone to keeping secrets and my distance from others. That's just my nature. I can't help it. I have nothing to say just yet. Well, that's good. I was starting to worry. I had already heard the creaking of a noose in the gallows. It would have been rather sad to be the first kobold in history to be executed undeservingly. I'd like to know more about you. I'm flattered, but what's so special about me? I've never accomplished any feats on the battlefield. I don't know any special crafts, and I don't even belong to an exotic species. I don't have the slightest idea about what you find so interesting about me. What are you doing? I'm a traveling bard, and I can already foresee your next question. How does a bard, who is also a kobold, manage to earn a living? Every civilized people of Avestan knows that when they encounter a kobold, the best course of action is to smash his skull, trample over him with a horse, then burn his remains just in case. Well, the prejudices that civilized people have regarding my kindred is quite understandable. Our infamy as robbers and murderers is more than deserved. So, just imagine the spectacle in any tavern when an articulate kobold in decent clothes shows up, offering to share a story or two for a few coins and a mug of ale. I assure you, no matter how big of a deal you are here, if we drop by any tavern in Onderon, all eyes will be on me. I am an exotic oddity. Why did you decide to come here to the World Womb? I just don't like it when the residents of the lower planes get involved in the lives of mortals. I firmly believe that we can mind our own business without their unsolicited advice, and even more so without masters. You're different from other kobolds. So, you were expecting this stupid kobold would praise dragons and boast about his exploits. Crinukh offers a mischievous grin. My life has developed in such a way that I had lots of opportunities to communicate with the representatives of other races, so I found a common language with them. All right, I'm all out of questions. I have a question about demons. You mentioned that you know a lot about them. My humble knowledge is at your disposal. What's the demon's main weakness? It's the fact that they are hostages of their own nature, and by their nature, demons are just a bunch of mad apes who represent a grotesque parody even of regular chaos. You don't need to make a bunch of apes angry. You just give one of them a banana and arm the other with a stick. They'll kill each other without your direct intervention. How do you know so much about demons? Crinukh gives you a long and heavy look. I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into details right now. All I'm saying is that after rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, okay, we read that. Do you know something about the kind of wounds inflicted by demons that first appear, then disappear, and later reappear once more? Do I need to resort to platitudes such as the weirdest tricks can be expected from demons, or can I just skip that part? I've never heard anything like you're describing, but new sorts of nasty stuff appear in the World Wound every day. However, if we think about it some more, don't you agree that this wound doesn't cause enough trouble to be a demon's gift? As a rule, if you're hit by the magic of the abyss, you realize at once that death is coming over for a friendly little visit. Everything is clear to me now. Have you heard about my unusual powers? As I've heard, you are either extremely lucky or quite the opposite. You survived the massacre in Kennebrus just to spearhead a new suicide mission. On the other hand, you survived then and most likely will survive now. Good luck in this noble endeavor. I have to go. Good luck. I believe you'll need it. All right, we will visit him again soon after we've made more progress.
I will guide us.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Boom, 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 boom. All right. clerics or more archers. So broke. Is this gonna give me enough to take on that level 3? Probably not. Combine, okay. 20 archers and clerics. Okay. All right, let's go. Daeran's face is impossible to read. He has his usual half smirk fixed in place, his eyes gleaming with excitement, but his ancient gaze wanders for just a moment too long before he begins his speech. Many, not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guest. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now, I am a whole year older and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is. The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Medivh in the abominable form of a demonic invader. Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into abracadabra. Gluttons become nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul. That is awesome. You, my dearest guest, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last. After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they? Daeran smirks, finishes his wine, and tosses the glass to the ground. How interesting. Inquisitor Loader whispers in your ear from behind. Did you find anything interesting? Nothing really. I just took note of a few things. I attempted to find out whether anything unusual or mysterious has happened to the Count over the last 10 years. During my conversations with his acquaintances, 2 people noted that he never speaks of the revered Nestrin, the priest of Iomadei who was his guardian and tutor. Yet he just mentioned Nestrin in his speech, whatever that might mean. You told me that you tried to find out if anything odd had happened to Daeran over the last 10 years. Some of his servants complained about strange occurrences in the house, like objects moving by themselves or candles going out. Of course, that could simply be a figment of their imagination. It is also very well known that the Count often invites various spellcasters to entertain him and encourages them to use their magic in mischievous ways. Practically the whole Mendev knows a story about the 3 drunk wizards and their teleportation race across the roofs of Kennebrus after a party at the Count's house. What I'm trying to say here is that any fluctuations in residual magic at his house are not all that surprising. There was the matter of the abduction, however. A gang of bandits kidnapped the Count hoping for a ransom, but the only reward they got was death. Afterward, the Count told everyone that he had hired the bandits himself as a joke. The other mercenary squad that freed him and executed the bandits was also in his employ. Nobody really wanted to delve too deep into this case after confirming the identities of those wretched cutthroats. But there was one disturbing fact about it all, and I don't mean the Count's bizarre ideas of fun. The mercenaries who supposedly freed him had also cut off the bandits' heads after they had already killed them. Their heads were cut off? You mean the bandits who attacked Daeran? Yes. Perhaps I wouldn't have even noticed this detail had I not visited Heaven's Edge right after the tragic incident. I remember that we also found several headless bodies, both of guests and demons. We thought they had been decapitated during the fight. What do we need to do, Inquisitor? Now that's the hardest part. I need to dive deep into the past of this place, which requires casting several different spells over some time. It would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want you to do is to distract the master of the house. Right now, he is playing host in the very place I'd like to start with. How do I distract him? I don't know. Maybe your companions can assist you somehow. Or you could take a look around. Perhaps that's something that can help us. I understand. Good luck. Come back to me when the Count leaves. I will tell you everything I managed to find out, and maybe even show you something. Bottle. The decorative plants are in a miserable state. They've been neglected for many years.
Our path leads on.
Daeran, who has been watching the guests with an unreadable expression, turns his head to you and says in a casual tone, like he's continuing a conversation that was interrupted, I have always considered myself an aesthete, not a hero. When Doomsday comes, I thought I'd pour myself a glass of 100-year-old wine, sit in the front row, and just watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. Now I'll be damned if I know how I ended up in the Fifth Crusade. How did I become the companion of a hero chosen by Iomedae? Sometimes the most casual occurrences dictate our fate's course. I'm afraid that is not always the case. Sometimes it is dictated by alien but wholly deliberate forces. Tell me more about Heaven's Edge. This estate was once a truly beautiful sight once. With its lush gardens and placid ponds. Daeran smiles briefly. It is a genuine smile, quite different from his usual half smirk. The house itself is not that large, however. This land was part of the border region even before the World Wound, so my ancestors took that into account when laying the foundations. The larger the mansion, the harder it is to defend. I'd gladly give you a tour, but I'm afraid there's not much to see here. I didn't have much time, so my servants only managed to clean up this yard, the Great Hall, and a couple of rooms. There is nothing interesting about them, except, perhaps, the magical firefighting system powered by water elementals. I'm not sure it's still functional, though. You do remember that you're my field attaché? Expect a report? No, I don't. Ghoulish farce? I don't think it's a farce. Spill wine on Daeran's suit. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. And did you also not mean to ruin a suit that costs more than a thoroughbred? Don't fret, I have a spare. Just you wait. When I return, I shall look even more stunning. Why is Scar following me around?
Without a doubt.
I see that you did your part, Commander. Thank you. Now get ready to watch and listen closely. I will unravel the past of this place and try to show you whatever I find. The hum of voices, laughter, and music fills your mind. Then the visions come, fragmented and hazy at first. They eventually coalesce to reveal a single face. It is a woman of stunning, heavenly beauty, and her delicate features instantly tell you who she is. The family resemblance to Daeran is obvious. My dear guest, the Lady of Heaven's Edge welcomes all of you today. I hope this day is as bright for you as it is for me, because on this day, my only precious, sometimes arrogant, but utterly beloved child was born. A child is usually a reflection of their parents and caretakers. Countess, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address the guest and the man of the hour as well? A new face appears. It is a handsome old man with a strong, dignified posture and a voice that emanates power. Can't we have just one day without your sermons? It's my birthday, after all. 10 years ago, the young Daeran had an utterly angelic appearance. His table manners and expression lacked the dignity of a true angel, however. Day, I'm sure the revered Nestrin only wanted to hug you and offer you his best wishes on your birthday. Wait, what? What's that noise? The shrill laughter rings in your ears and reverberates in the base of your skull. In the vision, a Lilitu appears before the guests of the estate and gives them an exaggerated, scornful bow. The sorceress of evil has come to your celebration, mortals. Did you prepare a treat for me, too? What do you want, spawn of the abyss? I've already done everything I wanted to. Hey, you doddering cleric, look around. Don't you notice anything odd? The plague is in your wine, in your food, in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you will all die. Pray to your pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers all you want, but they're not going to help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you a chance to see it for yourselves, and when I return, the grave realization will have already sunk into its teeth into your throats. Oh, how I love watching mortals in their final desperate hours. The demon finishes her speech with an air kiss to Daeran, making him freeze in horror, and disappears. Leotor shakes his head and slowly exhales, rubbing his temples. The first appearance of the disease in the Lilitu, one of the many sisters of the accursed Manago. So far, everything I've seen matches the official version of events. Who were the people in the vision? Countess Selena Ironday was Daeran's mother and one of the most beautiful women in the history of Mendev. She was an Asimir, just like her son. The old man is the esteemed cleric Nestrin, our count's guardian and tutor. He was well known for his unfaltering faith and iron will. I was only passing acquaintances with him, so I can't tell you anything more than that. I didn't recognize the other, but Daeran told me that the first victims of the disease were his second cousin and the cousin's wife, hailing from the eastern border. Surely the cleric could have done something. I can't say for certain, but I believe there was nothing he could have done. Magical diseases are already difficult enough to cure, and this plague struck very fast indeed. Now we must find out what happened next. What now? I can sense the aftershocks of a very strong outburst of emotions and memories somewhere in the west wing of the house. Something must have happened in one of the rooms, so please check if anyone is in there and distract them if need be. I'll see why I can't take care of that.
Forwards.
Brickwork looks strangely uneven. This door is sealed and looks like it hasn't been opened in a very long time. Ooh, cold iron, masterwork, orc, double axe. I just saw a portrait of Daeran's mom. She was an Asmere too, huh? Some people get a celestial bloodline, tons of money, and a title, while others get horns and a slap in the face. Envy is unbecoming of you, Oljif. You're just fine all on your own. Pick that up. Pick that up. Dean arches a brow at you, but he doesn't seem to be disturbed in the slightest by your entrance. He's not trying to cover up or get dressed any faster. Commander, I assume that you have an urgent matter that requires my attention? What is this room? Daeran casts a look around the room as if he had never seen it before, then shrugs carelessly. Just a random room. I told my servants to make some rooms ready. This is one of the rooms they chose. I am absolutely confident that you won't be able to persuade Soseo to draw a portrait of you. A nude portrait, that is. That sounds like a fine idea. Our cleric will surely turn down a direct request, but if I tell him that we can sell the portrait at a charity auction, why have I never thought before of selling my new portraits at a charity auction? It will cause a huge scandal, but it will also be for a good cause. This will give those god bothers something to complain about. You've given me a brilliant idea. I see that you were able to do as I asked. Prepare yourself. This vision might be rather difficult to watch. Young Daeran stands motionless by the Countess's bed. His face is pale with fear, and for good reason. His mother's heavenly beauty is gone. Her smile, once beaming with vitality and happiness, looks more like the grimace of a corpse. Only her golden hair still glows, a sad reminder of the healthy young woman she was just a few hours ago. Mother, can you hear me, Mother? My boy, how did you get here? The Countess's voice is fading. Don't come any closer. This disease. Mother, listen. The revered Nestrin has sealed the gates. He says that he won't let anyone leave the estate. If the plague reaches the larger settlements, nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demons attacked us in the first place. They knew that we would call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The fat Baron and his family tried to escape, but 3 armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let them go. Mother, we need help. Kenabris is full of clerics, wizards, and demons know who else. They might know how to stop it. We need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey the revered Nestrin. We are the lords of Mendev, and we must protect our people. If the plague, if it reaches Kenabris, thousands of innocent people will die. I don't care about any innocents. Daeran's voice rises to a shout. You're ill, Mother. You're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Kenabris. They won't listen to me, but you are the lady of the estate. They can't refuse you. I can't. I must. Please leave, my dearest. Don't lose hope. You can still... A convulsion overtakes the Countess's body. Her last words are swallowed by a long, guttural groan. Leotor wearily rubs his temples, but his face is unreadable. Now I have an answer to one of my many questions. Nobody went to Kenabres in search of help because the revered Nestrin didn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his flock at the estate. What a difficult choice it must have been. Was there really no other choice? Who can say now? They could have sent one of the paladins to bring help from Kenebres, assuming that the Knight of God was immune to the disease. Perhaps Nestrin thought he might need them to maintain order, or maybe he understood that the demons would not allow anyone to leave anyway, or maybe the plague was so strong that it could mow down even the most righteous warriors. We will never know if any of these hypotheses are true. Leotor rubs his chin thoughtfully. I have never been in the revered Nestor's position, but I know the price of difficult decisions, especially those that you have to make quickly. I have no right to judge him, but we must continue our investigation. The next site I'd like to examine is the Great Hall. That is where we found the remains of Nestrin and the demons. I assume that he killed them in a confrontation, but we must make sure of that. Please help me clear the area so I can study it. Boom. Anything else over here? Nope. Okay. Stop trying to talk me into this. You have neither heart nor conscience, Daeran. Even the noble idea of charity becomes a farce when you touch it. I don't think these so-called innocents will suffer from knowing that their money and medicine came from my sinful silhouette. The door is sealed and looks like it hasn't been open in a very long time. Same there. Oops.
Without a doubt.
There is a feverish gleam to Daeran's eyes, owing to either tipsiness or some overabundance of emotion. Ahoy there, Samori Sykes! That rotter socio refused to sketch me in the nude for charity, but it didn't upset me too much. The faces he made while I was explaining the idea to him were well worth it. He looked very much like a pious matron being confronted with a talking male organ, one that was 2 feet long and being held aloft by a pair of golden angel wings. How are you enjoying my party? Are you having a good time? Yeah, I'm having the time of my life. Actually, how about you, Daeran? Are you having any fun? Of course I'm having fun, Daeran says defiantly. What's wrong? Do you want me to spend my whole life in fear and mourning, blaming myself for what happened? Fine, let's change the subject. I thought the unique ambience of Heaven's Edge and the fact that we're on the very border with the World Wound would make the celebration special. I thought the past would resurface and make itself known. Daeran smirks bitterly. Well, it seems even ghosts don't wish to attend my parties anymore. What can we do to liven up the evening? You know what I think? I think it's time for a drinking contest. Ah, yes, the tried and trusted method for salvaging a dull party. For salvaging anything, actually. I am ready, but who's my competition? I need to give it some thought and prepare. Very well. In the meantime, I shall get everything ready. I don't know how I do in a drinking contest. Fun and frolics may shield us from harm and despair, but one should use this shield sparingly. Both this place and its owner make me think how deceptive appearances can be, but I cannot deny that the wine here is very good. I wonder why the demons who attacked Heaven's Edge chose plague as their weapon. It was so unimaginative. I just saw a portrait of Daeran's mom, so she was in Aasimar too, huh? Oh, you already did that. We already saw that. Does it give me more options now? Drinking contest. I know I've done this in the past and I was able to choose Sela, but I don't know what I have to do to unlock that. Weird. Oh well. What's this? The commander himself, the hero of Kenebris, the chosen one, is challenging me to a drinking contest? I'm in. Let's drink until one of us falls unconscious or begs for mercy. So what's he going to check? Constitution? Hopefully. That was just a little warm-up, I say. Up for more. Let's continue. Whoa, are we done here? Or are you ready for another round? Let's continue. Drink you under the table. My grandfather, or maybe my great-grandmother, put this bottle in the family cellar. And it allowed the scion of an illustrious line to save face and finish in a tie. Daeran looks a bit unsteady on his feet. I don't feel very well. Hey everyone, let's go back outside. I need to get some fresh air in my lungs. Here we are again, Commander. Leotor looks grim but focused. So let us take another glimpse into the past. A ripple of laughter flows through the hall. It begins as a sweet, charming chuckle, but then turns into a rasping cackle that makes Daeran huddle even deeper into his corner. Why are you running from me, my sweet prince? Come on, let me touch you. I'll give you... The booming voice of an old man dressed in Iomedean robes shakes the walls of the hall. Get away from him, demon! Let the boy go. By the blade of the inheritor, you touch him only over my dead body. You are pathetic, old cleric. Are you the guardian of this charming little prince? Well, you guarded him in vain. The disease is already circulating in his blood, and soon he will rot before your very eyes. You won't be able to help him, and I can at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean, and sweet. The demoness turns her eyeless face to Daeran and licks her lips. A coarse laugh escapes the young man's throat. We'll see about that. Leotor turns toward you in astonishment. Droplets of sweat glistens on his temples. Something is wrong, Commander. My spells are not working as expected. It's as if some kind of a supernatural explosion occurred here 10 years ago, blending everything together. The magical auras, the memories, the emotions. I will try again to read it. Please continue. Just give me a moment to focus. I will try to channel my visions and feelings to you as accurately as possible. Daeran, my boy, what is going on? Leotor's muscular shoulders suddenly begin to shake. The vision he is channeling does not change, but you feel something enormous and chilling silently infiltrate the reality around you. The presence of this nameless being becomes almost palpable. Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry, old cleric, stop him right now. Do you really want to see what happens when... Save me. Can you save me? The presence thickens into something more tangible. The entity is silent, but you feel your blood pulsing in your temples, and each beat brings a new image, or rather, a new notion. Help brings a feeling of relief and safety. Exchange makes the pulse stronger, more demanding. Gate and secret come immediately after. The images become heavier, almost visible. Secret. Keep the secret. Otherwise, death, 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 death. The gruesome images whirl through your mind, filling it with pain and fear. And then it all starts again. Help, exchange, secret, death. Nestrin stretches out his shaking hand, suddenly looking like a doddering old man instead of a mighty cleric imbued with holy power. Daeran, wait! The thing you're about to let loose is even worse than those demons. Daeran's body is quivering like a taut bowstring. His eyes dart from the cleric to the demoness, who is frantically casting protective spells. Demons, saints, I'm so fed up with all of you. Burn! Leper opens his eyes with a groan, then he gets back on his feet. His legs are wobbly, his eyebrow is cut, but he seems not to notice. Sincere sorrow is written on his face, as well as a strong hint of horror. What a misfortune. No, what a disaster. Everything is far worse than I imagined. Are you all right? The strain, the emotions, they overwhelmed me and made me faint like an agitated youngster. It is nothing, really. I will not be able to cast any spells for the rest of the day, but aside from that, I'm fine. Do you understand now what happened 10 years ago? The Inquisitor slowly exhales through clenched teeth and says in a low voice, still massaging his temples, yes and no. Damn it, my thoughts are astray. I will try to explain everything to you in full detail. Many living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad, when a deadly threat looms over them. 10 years ago, the young Count found himself cornered in every sense of the word, and he allowed some alien entity to intercede for him. It frightens me that all my experience as an Inquisitor is completely useless in this case. It does not resemble anything I've ever heard or read about. This entity, I think I will call it the Other, possesses uncanny power. It was capable of instantly killing 3 greater demons, a mighty cleric, and a host of other mortals. You saw everything yourself. What's even worse is that this entity, this Other, is still here. Leper takes a long pause. His gaze is drawn to the chamber where all the guests are laughing and dancing. Daeran's eloquent voice rises above the music for a moment. He's asking someone to bring more wine and add more logs to the fire. I don't know what exactly this creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The Other is not inside the Count's body. It is not directly controlling his mind. That's why there are no obvious signs of possession. But it is looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window into our world, and it can instantly step through it to wreak whatever havoc it desires. Does Daeran know anything about all this? Yes, of course he does. Did you hear what the Other tried to convey to us? Help in exchange for a secret. Death. Death to those who know the truth. It wants to have an opportunity to use the Count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Daeran deny that he remembered anything about the conclusion of the events at Heaven's Edge. What might the Other want? This is the strangest thing about it all. It came to this world 10 years ago, and it's still here, right? All this time it has been watching us through the eyes of the Count. Had it, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty the Queen, it would have had plenty of opportunities to do so. The Count can get close to practically every influential figure in Mendev, but the Other refuses to act, or its interests lie in some other sphere. Did the Other kill everyone then? The disease was not to blame? Not everyone, just Nestor and his paladins and the few remaining guests. Damn it! I know that it was the work of a mysterious, omnipotent entity, but it still stings. I was here 10 years ago, and I didn't check everything personally, and those who did failed to sense that something was wrong. We have to do something. Yes, now I understand Father Nestrin perfectly. I must make a crucial decision despite a dearth of information. The Inquisitor falls silent for a while. Then he looks you right in the eye. Commander, first and foremost, I must apologize to you. Second, I must ask you to keep this secret. What are you sorry for? I apologize for dragging you into this mess. You see, the Other, an entity of immense power, stated very clearly that it would kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows that the Count is actually its living gateway. I suppose this secret is currently known to 3 people on Golarion. You, me, and Count Daeran. And that means Leotor gives you a crooked smirk and shrugs. Why should I keep it a secret? As soon as the Count finds out that we know his secret, the other will understand it as well. We do not know what it is and what exactly is the scope of his powers, but we do know that it would dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. I've made a decision, Leotor says gravely. I will not tell anyone about the discovery we've just made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Neuroscience and sift through all the archives of the Inquisition in order to find out what exactly we are dealing with and how it can possibly be defeated. I may also make some cautious inquiries in other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I have found at least some reliable information. I'm asking you to do the same. Specifically, do not say a single word about our investigation to the Count himself. What are you going to do with Daeran himself? At the very least, he is guilty of letting the other into our world. So you want me to lead the crusade while carrying a bomb that may explode at any moment? I'm afraid that you won't be able to hide from the consequences when this bomb does explode. It is up to you to decide, though. Fine, I will keep it a secret. Leotor lets out a sigh of relief. You've made the right choice. I recommend that you go back to the guests and spend the rest of the evening as you please. Anything else might raise suspicions. I must leave immediately in search of the knowledge we all need so desperately. Farewell, Commander. May the light of Iomedae guide your path, and Leotor Hawkblade will try to keep your path to triumph clear of any unwanted guest. I'm sickened for 1 hour after that. Interesting. I don't know if my opinion matters to you at all, but you are the very best guest I could ever wish for. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Rest. Ooh, I keep forgetting that. So nobody's really good at divine services right now, huh? Interesting. Continue. There we go. 9 archers. All right. Re-up on archers. All right, reinforcements. Now at this point, we gotta start wiping out some of these matches. We'll not be able to continue until we do. There we go. All right, and that's archers. Clearing. All right. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it's important to manually travel over those paths because your perception can pick up secret locations that wouldn't pop up otherwise if you did not walk that path. Ba 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 ba. No. All right. Ooh, that. Love it when there's a little stabby stab and the numbers come up. Such a feeling of joy. Pardon me. Any secrets over here? Just want to be sure before I leave. Nope. Okay. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's see. I'm finally working with enough. Take this guy on. Because I do not want to skip him. I want to just get it all done in one fell swoop. I do not like having to backtrack. At all. So let's see. Let's see if we can avoid the backtracking. Alright. We're back. And a little bit stronger this time. That's better. Yikes. Alright. We don't want to attack first. I'll go for footmen first. Really, y'all? Y'all gonna come after the 16 level footman? I'm not feeling that. Some of them archers back. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna continue this way? Or are they gonna go back around? I don't know. Good enough. All right. Do I have that again or no? Hey, I do. And it's nothing. Oh well. Archers. Cuckoo. All right. Lovely. Let's cut you down to size some. There we go. Ooh, is that? This is why you focus on morale. Because just randomly, it'll decide, all right, you know what? We're going to go ahead and give you a second go round for that. Very, very useful. We have... never completely revise them. Let's go with footmen. There's clerics. Lovely. No way to heal that. Excellent. No way to heal that either. Two. Lovely. And there we go. Lost 3 archers, no, 3 clerics, 1 helm knight. Nothing's perfect. Daily income increased. Excellent. Doom, 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 doom. All right. Rest. Do that. Continue. And hey, this is ready. Let's go. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. 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 I didn't check the power level on this guy. It doesn't look too bad. Start with archers. That's kind of rough. Oh, that was a mistake. Stupid. That was a stupid, stupid mistake on my part. Ghouls. I'm just assuming that clerics take them down. Oh. That was a mistake. I might have to do this over. I'm making too many crazy mistakes. And I can't move the Hell Knight over there because then the Footman will be alone with this guy and he'll probably get annihilated. In fact, yikes. Oh, and he annihilates the ghouls. Yeah. Well, let's try that again. Do this a little bit better, shall we? All right. First of all, take him seriously. Let's put some bless on. A little more attack. There we go. And then obliterate. Hey, and we get him again. There we go. Get these guys up out of here right from the beginning. Much better way to start things off. Smite you. Smite you. Smite you. Defense. There we go. No, I'm not coming up there until I'm sure the rest of them can get up there. Right, see, they can't. In fact, I should have moved them. Stupid. Oh, well. Is there any point in moving up? Not really. Because this other guy's gonna die. Yep, he's gonna die. Should not have moved him up. And I'm not going back. I'm already tired of doing this damn fight. Alright. It is what it is. Alright. You can have that. Are you even gonna make it another round, boy? Here we go. Clobber you there. Clobber him there. Good enough. Increase my daily resource. And gave me a bunch of freebies. I will take it. 2, 8, 2. Did I say 8? 8? What in the hell? So I guess we leave that for last, huh? 4, 7. Yeah, leave that for later too. I can go this one for now. Alright. Where's that going from here? I was gonna check. Right, okay. That's as far as I can get there. Nope. I'm not gonna rest yet. Can you recruit yet? Oh, nice. Footmen. Another round of clerics. Good enough. And I don't have enough of crystals. That's fine. Do that. Legion 2. Slowly but surely making his way around. Let's go. That fortification is sitting over there, but you're not supposed to go over there yet, so you can ignore it. That time is coming. Actually, no, I don't need to. I can go deal with him right now. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. That guy in the red is actually a real pain to deal with right now. That didn't do as much damage as I hoped it would either. But whatever. Let's get it started. 31 damage. That's decent. It's not horrible. There we go. One perished. Oh. Oh. All right. Brutal. In all sorts of ways. And still didn't heal him. There we go. All right. What does Smite do again in this situation? Charisma bonus. Alright, okay. I'm gonna do this. This. Excellent. 45. Oh wow, he runs up? I didn't realize that. Huh. Boom. Alright. Nice. Very, very nice. 15. Alright, there's nothing he can do. Oh, but now, since that guy doesn't have the footman to pay attention to, he might attack the... Oh, cool. Okay, he's going to pick another cleric. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, then the cleric can go back to his regularly scheduled program. Come on, Arrowman, wake up. It's about that time. There we go. Boom, boom. 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 One cleric perished. There we go. Boom. You out of there. 15 footman. It is what it is. Hey, 5,000 resources. When we can recruit again, that'll be very useful. Yeah, Ash Giant, we're gonna wait. We'll wait until we do that. 3, 3, 2. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh, actually, with that red dude, it might be bad. Cleric. Bless. Really? Jeez. Okay. This is him. Self. And where you want to go? He's the easy pickings. Oh, hey. If I move there, he might go around and hit my archer. So let's stick over here. Nice. And he does it anyway. Shit! That was a mistake. Okay. You have to come out. You have to come out. Okay, fine. So he comes out there. Fine, fine, fine. There we go. Start cutting him down immediately. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Oh. That might actually be worse. That's annoying. Okay. Yep, that's definitely annoying. Are you serious? It's done. And self. And even that wasn't all that much. Great. I don't know what they need, Smite. Just is what it is. Eight. Oof. Are you serious? Jeez. Boom, 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 boom. All right, they do virtually no damage to him. All right, you know what? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. It doesn't even let you. Yeah, there's a bug where it would only let you load once from these little war missions. Otherwise, when you press escape, the screen just darkens. It's annoying in times like this where I've utterly decided that I am not going to continue this with this one because it's a bust. All right, you know what? This is happening because I'm tired. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I hope all of you have enjoyed the play session. We'll pick it up right before this battle so that I can hopefully clobber them and we can continue on. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.